Hi, I'm Tori Nixon. I'm on the board of directors for the Oakville Festival's Film and Art. We hope you enjoyed the screening of fantastic short films in our virtual films, drama, and thrills program. I'm the short film programmer for OFFA, and I really hope that you enjoyed all of these wonderful films that we're able to bring in from around the world. We're here with a few of the filmmakers from the selection that you just watched, and we're going to do a short Q&A with them to get some more information on these works of art that you just watched. So we are here with Sonia Estevez, who is the director and creator of Chon Chon Ji-owa. Apologies for the pronunciation, The Puppet.
Hi,
Great.
good morning. I'm Sonia, and says Chon Chon Gilloa
Chon Chon Gyoa.
is the name of something. Yeah.
Great. We are also here with Damir Mahich, who is the director of Going Diaspora.
Hello.
Hello. And as well as Ahmad Al Yassir, who was the director of Our Males and Females.
Hey.
Okay, so great. Thank you all for being here. I know it's various times of day where you're located. So thank you for joining us. I think the first question that I'll ask is sort of pretty general. What was the inspiration for your film? One of the great things about this program is the subjects that are covered are so diverse. So maybe we'll start with Sonia. What was the inspiration behind your film?
¿Cuál era la inspiración detrás de la peli que había?
Hay una frase de un escritor
There was a phrase from a writer
que dice que la marioneta,
who said that the puppet,
bueno, que tenemos la idea romántica de que si le cortamos las cuerdas a la marioneta es libre, ¿no?
Okay, so the idea was that if you cut the cords of a puppet, that the puppet would be free.
Pero en realidad, si le cortamos las cuerdas, se cae.
But honestly, if you cut the cords of a puppet, the puppet falls, and so it's a sort of counterintuitive idea.
Entonces, este escritor dice que las marionetas, contra más cuerdas, más posibilidad de acción y de movimiento tienen.
So the writer said that the more cords or ropes that the puppet has, the more actions are possible for the puppet.
Es por esto que yo lo quise enfocar a la libertad de la mujer, ¿no? Que hemos conseguido muchas cosas, pero tenemos cada vez más cuerdas hasta casi llegar a enredarnos con ellas, ¿no?
So talking about the freedom of women, sometimes the more cords or ropes that you have, is talking about the more possibilities that you have.
Es más o menos, sí.
Más o menos.
Sí.
Sí, si
Yeah.
falta algo, me dices. Okay.
That's great. Thank you very much. Damir, how about your film, which dealt with sort of immigration and the idea of diaspora and young people leaving their country for another?
Yes. Well, I think it started 2 years ago after pandemic when I, after a long time, went to visit my family in Bosnia, and of course, when you get older, you deal a lot more with politics and also what's going on in your country. Like I never grew up there, but I was born in Bosnia, but my family is from there. And I talked with some family members and also some family friends also. Well, oh yeah, I have this cousin who moved up there. Oh, it's better there. Situation is like the situation is terrible here, etc. And I started to just be conscious about, holy shit, okay, like people are leaving the country like en masse. And also then it's also around the time started also to be interested about the current brain drain that is also going on in Bosnia. Like a recent UN report in 2021, I think, has stated that around 51% of the young people there want to leave at some point for countries in the West like Germany, Austria, Sweden, etc., etc. So I started to talk with people from families, friends, friends of family members, and talk with them how it was, how was the feeling to leave your country, and also the process of like getting your papers and your visas and etc. I wrote all these stories also down. I was also on Reddit active. I talked online with people. I tried to document all the stories that I gathered from people who left, who had to also fight for papers, who found a job, and also especially the emotional part about what it feels like to leave home and all you ever knew. So that was a little bit my inspiration.
That's really fascinating. That's an issue that we, to a lesser scale, but that we deal with in Canada as well. This sort of idea of brain drain and people leaving for the US and that sort of thing, especially in the film industry and the arts. And it's a really interesting topic. Ahmad, let's hear about the inspiration sort of behind your film.
Well, my film tackles death in general, and then specifically it tackles transgender women. So basically, the theme of death has been always prominent in my writings with my sister. Like maybe because we faced many deaths in the family in the past 15 years, so we really relate to the procedures and the rituals that are done when someone died from my region or my religion. But the transgender part, we met Boosie, a transgender woman from the Arab region, and although she fully transitioned, she got the legal approval to transition, and in our region, in order to transition, you also need to get an approval from the main religious party in the country, and she did that. Like she got both approvals, and she transitioned, but yet she struggled with the acceptance from the society, and she really faced struggles to change her legal papers. So in her ID, in her passport, she's still male, and this caused her many issues, and she's still facing those issues. So when we talked to her, we felt, wow, this is an endless struggle. Although she did the transitioning and everything, but it's an endless struggle. And that's when the question triggered us. Would the struggle continue even after she's dead? And that's where the concept emerged.
That's a really interesting take that on an issue that's very in the news and that sort of thing right now, but I haven't seen that take on it. So thank you for that. I think our next question, anyone who wants to jump in here, one thing as the shorts programmer that I'm pretty conscious of is sort of the challenges that people have working in such a short period of time, both within production and then the actual time, runtime of the film. Does anyone want to jump in on that topic?
Can you repeat that a bit, Tori? Sorry.
Sure. What were some of the challenges that you faced working in a short film as opposed to a longer format?
Can I answer?
Sure. Sure. Ahmad, you can jump in.
I think the biggest struggle is, whenever you write a medium, whether it's a TV series or a film or a novel, you need to structure it. And the structure is, different acts, and there's a story arc that the character goes through, and it's really hard to structure a short film because it's really short. So you really need to be very picky of what is the moment that you want the audience to know. How can you build a huge backstory from just 10 minutes? Because usually, the backstory the more you watch about this character. And that's why most of the times we relate to characters from TV shows more than films, because we watch them in a span of years. So the main struggle, I think, to me as a filmmaker to make short film is to know which moments can create a backstory that the audience can relate to and get without really watching this character in a longer span of time.
Great. Sonia, let's go back to you.
Para mí no he tenido nunca historias largas.
I've
En la
never had
cabeza.
long stories in my head.
Entonces, contar algo en cortito es una de las cosas que se ha dado por la historia que he querido contar, siempre en corto.
So she's always wanted to tell short stories and never had long stories in her head.
Y bueno, al hacer animación también es verdad que todavía no me planteo el largo.
Okay, she's never had the idea of making a long film, a long animated film.
Y que, bueno, no sé, sí, para mí también el formato corto te permite una posibilidad autoral que me gusta mucho.
The format of a short film, Sonia loves very much, and that's what she wants to dedicate herself to.
Y sí es verdad que tienes que hacer un desarrollo de personajes que muy largo, muy extenso, que lo podrías aprovechar muy bien para hacer un largo, ¿no? Pero porque la historia igual se queda con ese desarrollo de personajes corta. Pero en mi caso es un formato que me gusta mucho hacer.
So the development of characters is quite easy in a long film, but more difficult in a short film. And Sonia prefers doing this in a short. Koto as yeah, and so the development is easier. Es más fácil.
¿El qué?
El desarrollo de.
No, tienes que hacer el mismo desarrollo de personajes.
You have
que
to.
Es largo
yeah.
a veces para que dure poco, pero.
Vale. Okay, so you have to do basically the same development of characters in a short film or a long film. So you have to do it in a shorter period of time, obviously, in a short film.
And I see that you have the puppet with you. Could you show it off?
See? Can you show the puppet?
Okay.
Yeah. We have this one.
There she is.
All right. This is the main character. Another character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. We have them all here.
Yeah.
They're.
Y no tengo la marioneta. I don't have
You don't have the puppet?
No.
No strings.
No, here.
Okay.
those are great to see. Thank you for that. And Demir, we'll go to you about sort of the challenges and rewards of making a short film.
Sorry, I was like, these puppets look amazing. No. So yeah. I mean, when I started 2-3 years ago, like 2-3 years ago, like researching like and documenting people, talking with people, I had so much documentation, like, and these stories from people, from these people like who immigrated, and from the papers to actually getting there. And I had similar pattern, and my idea was at start when I did the first draft of the film, like I had so much like material to work with, and I like wanted to sort of show also a huge part about to get visas, to get documents, to get the work permit and everything, all these administrative part, like just to show how hard it is. And then I just like, you cannot, I think that's one of the things about short films, you cannot put everything like in one. So I had to compromise. So like I had to cut out that part, and I think it could have worked maybe as a longer film if I also had more resources, of course, also with that backstory. So I had to really just trim it down and also focus on the emotional part. Like, okay, it's the very last day and he's saying goodbye now to his city. So it's the most important part about, short film is just finding in your story the exact moment that you want to share with the audience, like, and what part of the story you want to show exactly, and what to compromise, and not to put everything, like, not to scrap everything at once, sort of.
And that seems to be a common theme with everybody, just knowing that those moments, those most important moments to include in such a short period of time. We're getting close to our 20 minutes, so I think a great place to go from here is, to find out what you're working on next. Would anyone like to comment?
I mean, yeah, I can comment quickly.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'm still in film school, so
Oh, wow.
but I am still I'm working something right now, but I have an idea, and I have like an outlay and everything, and just like a broad story, but I'm gonna start soon writing concretely, and then hopefully getting it in development at some stage. But I just needs a lot of script work right now, and more I cannot unfortunately tell. I wish I could.
Well, we'll look out for that. Maybe Sonia, what are you working on next?
En febrero estrené otro corto.
In February, I'm gonna put out another new short film.
Es de animación stop motion también.
It's another stop motion film.
Es un corto para familiar.
It's about families.
Para público infantil, familiar.
For children.
Yeah. Y habla sobre, también es con texturas, con lana cardada, como estos muñecos.
It's again going to be with fabrics that she's used in the last film, sort of materials similar.
Y habla sobre el llorar.
And it talks about crying.
Es un corto muy alegre.
It's very happy as a subject.
Porque habla sobre que llorar está bien.
It's talking about crying is good for you.
Sea por lo que sea, si es de rabia, de dolor, porque se te ha metido algo en el ojo, o de alegría.
You know, it really doesn't matter why you're crying. Everything is good. So it doesn't matter if you've got something in your eye, or you're happy, you're sad, you cry, and it's just about that.
Ya. Y ahora estoy produciendo, ya estoy en la fase de animación de un corto con plastilina que habla sobre el placer.
Okay, and now she's making a short film in plasticine about pleasure.
Yeah, sobre pequeños placeres.
Small pleasure.
Small pleasure. Yeah.
Very good. I'm excited to see both those. Your style is so unique, and that's one thing that drew me to your film. So I'm interested to see what comes next. And Ahmad, what are you working on next?
My sister and I are working on 2 feature films. One we've been developing for 4 years, so it's in late development stages, and we got the grants and funds for it. The other one is based on the short with the same title. It's Our Males and Females. Yeah.
Great. I'm excited to see what comes next for all of you here. Well,
Good
thank
luck,
you.
Ahmad.
Thank you.
Yeah, certainly
you.
jumping from shorts to features is a jump, and wish you all the best with that. So I think we'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining us for this short Q&A and for participating in the festival. For our
Thank
audience,
you for inviting us.
Thank you for being here. For our audience at home, feel free to check out the rest of our virtual and in-person offerings this year at OFFA 2023. And we'll see you at the movies. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.